Hello everybody, welcome. I am here, sorry about that. I forgot to look to see how to put my phone on do not disturb. I'm hoping that that worked. Let me jump on my other device here to see if I can see. Yep, I am here. So that's good, so I'm in the right place. Now hopefully it will show me when somebody jumps on live. Hello everybody, welcome, come on in. Let me straighten up here just a second while you guys are jumping on. Now hopefully, I'm going to change up my format today on how I'm going to do my lives. I'm going to try this new. But that being said, you know when you get in a habit of doing something, sometimes it's really hard to change your ways, isn't it? You get into, I don't want to say a rut, but yet it is. It's the same thing that you've always done. Do you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you want to make changes and you're not sure if you will convert back to the old ways is what I'm trying to say. So hopefully I do not convert back to the way that I used to do things. I'm going to try to start creating right off the bat and do the fill-in information as we go today. And then what I want all of you to do is comment when you come on. First of all, say hello when you come on, and then comment on if you liked this new format, okay? I would greatly appreciate that. Welcome, everybody. My name is Kristen Kona. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Northwestern Michigan. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 26 years, and I absolutely love it. I think I'm more in love with it now than I was when I first started. Can you believe it? I just absolutely love it. Love sharing it with everybody. So we are going to get started. You're joining me in my Create with Love Stampin' Studio. So welcome. I appreciate you being here. If you like what I share with you today, please do me a favor. Like, follow, share me with your friends. Also know that when my broadcasts are done, I upload them to YouTube. So you will also find me over on YouTube. So you can subscribe there and you can send your friends there as well. So there's two places that you can find me. Anything that I'm sharing today, you can find on the Create with Love's website. It's my store and it has my name on it. So you can go there and look up anything that I am using today. So the first place I want to start was with online exclusives, because what I am sharing with you today is online exclusives. Now I did have something else in mind that I wanted to do today, but I had special requests from those of you who tune in and asked me if I could please share the suite of products that is available online. That is why I'm sharing the online exclusives, to let you know that we have products online. But I've shared these products in the past, but everybody loved them, and I had a special request to use the suite of products again and do some quick Valentine cards today. So that is what I'm going to do. You ask and you shall receive. I can't guarantee you that always, but today I will. Valentine's is quickly approaching, so if you place your online order ASAP, you should have that back in time with just enough time to get your Valentine's done. So the products, again, that I'm using are online exclusives. This is not the suite that I'm using, but I just wanted to share with you that we have online exclusives. Not everything that Stampin' Up! Has is in our catalogs, our publications. So you need to go online to my store, which is shared right here. Zoom in on it, take a picture. So you've got it so you can reference to. When the live is done, I will have a host code posted. So give me about 5 minutes after this live is over to get that posted on there, because Kristen forgot to get it before the live. So go online to check these out. Today's online exclusives that I'm using as per requested, these may look familiar to you because, as I said, I've used these before. The online suite of products that I am using is the Heart of Elegance. And there's this beautiful, beautiful DSP. It has gold foiling in it. So this is part of it. Then we have these flat heart embellishments here, and there is 3 different sizes. There's smaller ones up here. There's medium and large in here. Love those. There is this gold twisted thread. This is actually my second roll of this. I've gone through one, and I think we are close to halfway on this one. But then this is the bundle. It is a photopolymer stamp set and a set of dies, and I love these. Oh my goodness. I have done a lot of cards with this suite, and I can't get enough of it. I absolutely love it. I think this is one that should stay in my studio forever and ever because I love it that much. So we're going to get started on today's projects, and I will share things as we go, but I wanted to show you this. So the suite, which would include the dies, the stamp set, the DSP, the embellishment, and the thread, would be $92.75 for all of that. Now, you don't have to buy them all together. You can get everything here individually if you wish, but celebration is going on right now. And we will talk about that here in a minute, but I want to get started creating with you right away. This is our new format, so hopefully you guys like my format today. And so with the first card that we do today, I am grabbing a piece of real red that is 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5 1/2. And so we're going to line up the edges, and I forgot my foam mat to stamp on. Oh well, we're going to wing it. Hopefully all the stamping turns out well today. If not, we'll have to do it over. Anywho, again, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then I need 2 pieces of basic white that are 4 by 5 1/4. They're exactly the same. Then I have a piece of DSP that is 3 3/4 by 5. Then I need a piece of white that is 1 1/2 by 4 to die cut. And then I need a piece of real red that is, I'm sorry, it is 2 1/4 by 2 1/2. I need a piece of real red to die cut, and I need gold foil. There we have gold foil sheets, and so I went ahead and die cut these ahead of time, and this is what those look like. Hopefully I didn't freeze. I can't tell on here if it froze or not. Anybody here? It says I'm live. Well, okay. Sorry, guys. Hopefully you didn't lose me on there. It looked like it froze. I don't know if it was on my end, but hopefully everything's okay. So, let's try this again. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. 2 pieces of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. 1 piece of that beautiful DSP, and I'm going to show you the back side, just so if you get the DSP, you know which one I used, because a lot of them are very similar. There's just slight differences to them, but the one thing that is different is the back side of it, so I'm showing you the back side of it. But I cut a piece 3 3/4 by 5. Again, 2 1/4 by 2 1/2 of the gold foil. 2 1/4 by 2 1/2 of the real red. And I went ahead and die cut those out. And that, just to reiterate, to make sure I didn't lose anybody, I needed a piece of basic white that was 1 1/2 by 4 to die cut. I used another product that is in the annual catalog, and that is this one. These are called Stylish Shapes. If you do not have these in your craft cupboard, you need them. You can use these with every single stamp set we have in some way or another. So get these, add these to your list. Remember, celebration is going on right now. So let's create this card first, and then we will talk a little bit about celebration. So what I'm going to do is, because this is real red, I'm going to use my real red ink on this one. And I am going to grab my greeting that says, sending lots of love. And inking that up. And because it's clear, it's photopolymer, I can look right down through the block and the stamp to see where I'm stamping. And so there is it. Hey, and it turned out without the foam mat. And I think I'm just barely in the camera, guys, so I apologize. I'm going to move the camera just a little bit. Please, I hope I'm not making anybody sick, but hopefully that little adjustment helps. And so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a greeting to the inside, and that, of course, is going to be Happy Valentine's Day. Now, something else that I didn't do is I like to cut a 1/2 inch by 4-inch piece of the DSP to add to the inside, and I forgot to do that, but that's okay because I can add it after we are off camera. But this is my inside piece, so I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive to the back of this, and this is going to go inside of my card. Now, what is Celebration? Celebration is an annual event by Stampin' Up! In which they create products that coordinate with other products that Stampin' Up! Has. You cannot purchase the Celebration items. You must rather, okay, adhesive on the back of this, purchase other things, and with a qualifying order, you would get to pick an item for free. That is the only way you can get those items out of the Celebration catalog. And so with a $60 order, $60 retail, that's before shipping, handling, and tax, you can pick one item out of the catalog for free. Now I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back of this. There are 2 levels. There's a $60 order level, and then there's $120. The only way you can get them, like I said, is to purchase that amount in products, and then you get to pick one of those free. Now, if you do not care for the items that they created at $120, you could opt out and pick 2 of the level 1 items. So there are options for Celebration. I love it. They are cute, cute, cute. Just love them. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is these 2 hearts. I want them like so. So, can you see the holes in these? So I'm hesitant on using liquid glue because I don't want that to come up through the holes that are pierced on here. So I am going to grab my mini glue dots here, and I'm going to hopefully put a couple on here to adhere these 2 together. And so I know I want them to be about like so. So I made sure my glue dots were up under here. So this is going to go in here. Now I'm going to flip that over because I want my Stampin' Dimensionals to raise these up. So you'll have to go online. When you're online, you want to go in and check out the celebration items. Love them. I have been stockpiling them already. We as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators cannot purchase the items either. We have to earn them like everybody else. So there is an opportunity. There is a bonus. If you have an extra long list of items to get, you can sign up to be a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And take advantage of the special that they have going on right now for those who sign up to be a demonstrator. There is a special for that as well. So, and then when you purchase the starter kit, it's $99 in tax, but you get to pick out $125 worth of product. You can pick out anything you want for that $125. The one catch is, I know catch, it's probably not a good word to use. It's not really a catch. The one caveat to that is you have to hit 125 right on the nose. You cannot go over that or the system will reject it. You can be under it, but you cannot be over it. So, trying to think where I want this. I'm thinking I'm going to put this down here. So I'm going to take a glue dot. This is 2 8" pieces held together of that thread, the gold thread that is in this online suite of products. And so now I'm just putting a glue dot under there, and I'm kind of scrunching it up so that fits on there. Now don't worry about the legs of this, because that's what we have scissors for, right? And my scissors need sharpening, so I have to hold them so that they cut better. There we go. So there's that. And now the next thing I'm going to do is bring in our embellishments. If you're on here, please say hello. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so now we're going to add a couple embellishments here to the card. So let's do... I'll do one of these up here. Let's do a medium one down here. And then let's do a little one right there. There we go. There is card number 1. So see, quick and easy, right? Isn't that adorable though? I mean, that DSP just does amazing. Amazing. So yeah, celebration. You want to go online and check it out because there's some really fantastic stuff. Okay, our next card today, I am using a piece of Melon Mambo. This one measures 5.5 by 8.5, and this one is scored at 4 1/4. Little different way to cut our 8.5 by 11" paper, but when folded in half, they're the same size. See? So this one is cut long, so when you have an 8.5 by 11" pieces of paper, you know, when it's 8.5 this way, you cut it this way. Then if you turn your paper this way and cut it in half, then you get 5.5 by 8.5. So that is the difference. You just turn your paper which direction. So again, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Line out my corners. There is our card. Okay. So on this one, again, we need 2 pieces of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. I grabbed another piece of DSP, a different one than the last one. Same measurement though, 3 3/4 by 5. So simple, isn't it? And I'm going to show you the back side. Remember how I said the fronts, when you look at the package, all the DSP kind of resembles each other. And it's like, oh, I can't tell the difference. Well, look on the back side. To me, it's easier to tell which one came from which by looking at the back side. So this is the back side to that. So there's that. Then I need 2 pieces again, 2 1/4 by 2.5 to die cut. Can you see a theme here? This time I cut out a Melon Mambo heart, and this is Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath is actually not listed on the back of the DSP, but look how well it goes with it. It's absolutely beautiful with it, so I went ahead and picked that. Then I grabbed another piece of basic white that is 2 1/4 by 2 3/4 for this heart, okay? And then we are going to need some gold thread. And so I cut 2 pieces ahead of time that are, I believe they're 7 inches. Yep, they're 7 inches a piece. I may need more, but we'll see. So now, I need a piece of scrap paper. Hold, please. Here we go. I want to bring it in so I'm not getting ink all over my mat. So 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. 2 pieces of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. Piece of DSP, 3 3/4 by 5. Melon Mambo is our ink, and Bubble Bath is our ink that we are using right now. So Bubble Bath I'm going to use first because it's the lighter of the 2 colors. And so I'm inking up the flower from the set. And I'm going to stamp a flower over here, ink it back up. I'm going to do a flower over here. And then we're going to ink it back up one more time. And it's going to go down here like so. So that is that for our Bubble Bath. But while I have the Bubble Bath out, I'm going to quickly switch pieces, grab my liner for the inside, and stamp a flower on that inside piece. Okay, so there is that. Okay, going back to my inside piece and my Melon Mambo, I'm grabbing the greeting that says, "Be Mine." So I'm inking it up in Melon Mambo, and this is going to go right across our heart, right there. There we go. And then the last thing I want to do is grab my Happy Valentine's Day that I used on the last card. I want to make sure it's nice and clean because I'm switching colors. I'm going to ink it up in the Melon Mambo as well. And stamp that right there. Okay. So there is that one. So while you're online too, checking things out, remember I said the online exclusives, you want to go online to check those out. We have Paper Pumpkin on there to check out. We're going to flip this over, put adhesive on there. There is the online exclusives Paper Pumpkin. We have some new kits. We have some birthday cards, and then another kit is a birthday bags. That you can use for your gifting. So that's a second kit. And then the third kit, I can't remember what it's called, but it's really cool. It's kind of what I call botanical kind of cards. They're gorgeous. I know I can't do it justice describing it to you. It's something you definitely need to go online and check it out. So check those out. And then also we have some product release, special release DSP. There's 3 different kinds of DSP that Stampin' Up! Brought back. They were DSPs that we had before, but Stampin' Up! Changed the colors on them. And they are limited edition, meaning once they sell out, once they're gone, they are gone. So while you're online, check out all of these things, okay? So I'm going to flip this over now. All we've been doing is basic adhering these together, okay? So this is going to go on our card front like so. And let's see, is there anything else? Oh yes, there's one more thing online for you to check out as well, and that would be scrapbooking. If we have scrapbookers, you want to go check this out. Our scrapbooking stuff. I have not been a scrapbooker, but I am now because the stuff is way cool. Love it. Love, love, love it. So check that out while you're on there as well. So now I'm going to adhere my hearts together. So that's what you were watching me just do. Is lay these out to where I might possibly want them lined up. Okay, so there's that. And now this one's going to go on here, I think like that. So I'm going to put one down at the bottom. And I'm not going to worry too much how well they are stuck together because we've got more adhesive to do to stick these together. So here is this. So these are going to get layered on here. But before we do that, remember I said I have some twine that I want to put on here. And so I am going to put this on here about like so. So I'm gonna grab this, and then I'm just using Scotch tape. You know, that stuff that you have in your office that you never hardly use. And then of course I grabbed too much because I've only got one hand. All right, so I'm gonna, let me see. This one needs to go up here on the top. Can you see this? So I'm just gonna take Scotch tape and tape that down up here. And then I'm going to take my other one, wrap it around, and just like I did down there, pinch this together. It does not have to be perfect. This one is going to go down here at this end. Move it out a little bit, I think. Yeah, like so. And then again, tape it down. Okay? So then we got something that looks like this. So now I'm going to flip this over, and I am going to put dimensionals on here, and I'm going to put a couple up here, just because, yeah, I think I'm going to put one more down here. There we go. Now it's going to help those stick together a little more. So yeah, so there is, like I said, online exclusives, kits, paper pumpkin, yeah, and then catalog. Of course, everything can be online, and there's a couple of different ways you can search for things in the store. If you know what the item is, you can type in the name of it. If you know the item number, you can type that in and it'll bring it up. And even if you don't know the exact name of something, but if you type in like gold, it'll bring up the different things that are gold. So there are multiple ways of checking things out. So do that. Okay, now we're going to add some embellishments on here. And let's see, we are going to do one, oops, come on. It's on my scissors too far. We're going to put one over here. I think that was a little one. We're going to put a large one down here, and a little one up here. There we go. There is card number 2. What do you think? See? Quick and easy cards. All right, card number 3. So as titled in my class today, it says free class Friday. If you do a $50 online order before shipping, handling, and tax, I will cut the cardstock pieces and the DSP and send them to you so you can put these cards together. I am not allowed to stamp any images and send them to you. You must have your own stamps to use, okay? That is Stampin' Up! Policy. So, and then you think, well, how am I going to make these cards? Well, you can come back and watch this live as many times as you would like and copy. You can start and stop the video as often as you need to create the cards that I've created. So if you place a $55 online order, you will get the cards to make, and you will get an embellishment of my choice. Okay, this particular piece is 5 inches by 8.5, and this one is scored at 4 1/4 again. And so what I did on this one is we took a bone folder, did this, and let me find my dies. We are making a heart-shaped card. Did you know that you could do that with your dies? You can make different shaped cards if you wanted. It'll still go in a regular envelope, it fits. So I'm taking the largest heart from here, and then what I did is I just slid this down till I could barely see the top edge of my card. You can see that it's off from it. Do you know what I mean when you're looking at it? Let's see if I can hold it up. Can you see that it's not all the way on there? And then you would run it through your die cut machine. So see, that's how you get these flat edges on the heart, and then it opens up like that. So how cute is that, right? Another way yet to use your dies, huh? Okay, so that was the base. Again, 5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. Then I needed a piece of basic white that was 4 by 4 1/4 to die cut for the basic white, which I already did. I needed another piece of white, again 1.5 by 4 to die cut for that. Then I needed a piece of DSP that was the same as the white one, 4 by 4.5, or 4 1/4 rather, sorry. 4 by 4 1/4, a white one, and then a DSP of your choice. And so this is the one I chose this time. This is what the back side looks like. So see what I mean about how they all look very similar, but the back sides have been very different. So that is why I'm showing you both sides. Then you need a piece of gold foil again. That is 1 1/4. Sorry, let's go. No, I'm sorry. Hold on. You need a piece of gold foil that is 1 3/4 by 2 for the gold heart. And then you need a piece that is 1.5 by 1.5 for this little heart, okay? And then once again, we need 2 pieces of our gold twisted thread, 8 inches a piece. Cut 2 of those, hold them together to tie to create your bow. So now I am going to take this one, and let me see. I think, do I want that one? No, I'm afraid it's going to be too much. So, sorry. I'm going to use this one. I was trying to use different greetings so you can see them. So this one is going to say sending lots of love. So I'm inking it up in the Melon Mambo. And once again, because it's clear, I can look down through. And I'm looking to make sure that I am down and to the right, because I know I need to tuck this end of it. That's why I'm making it down and to the side. Okay? And then the inside piece, this white piece is going to be for the inside. And again, inking up in Melon Mambo, the Happy Valentine's. And that is going to go right there. All right? So there is our stamping on that one. And so now I am going to take my adhesive and put adhesive on the back of this heart. Your hardest decision on this is deciding which DSP you want to use, because they are all wonderful. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm going to take this one and put adhesive on here. This one is going to the inside of the card. So I'm going to open up my card. And this is going to go in here. So if you have kids, I don't know, do they still do Valentine's parties at school? Because if they do, your kids would have a great time creating their own Valentines doing this die like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my glue dots because this gold foil, if you use liquid adhesive on it and you use too much, it creates a mess in a hurry. So I put 3 glue dots on the back like that, and then this is going to get centered on top of the gold one. And then with the glue dots still out, I am going to grab a glue dot, put that on the back of my bow, and my bow is going to go in the center of that. And again, I think I'm going to give it just a little tiny haircut. Oh my goodness. Okay. Chop. There we go. There is that. So now we just need to put it together. So then the thing you need to be mindful of, if you want to put this in an envelope to mail, if it's within 4 1/4, which it is because it's 4 inches, the other thing you want to be mindful of is 5 1/2, because that is a standard envelope. So you do not want to be over 5 1/2. So I know that if I lay it down by looking at the grid where I'm at, and so now I'm going to, I am going to glue this one flat. So I'm only going to put glue over here at this end. Oh, you guys probably didn't see that. I'm just seeing that. I'm sorry. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. But what I did is I went to my grid to the 5 1/2 inch line here, and then made sure that this tail is not beyond 5 1/2 is what I was doing. So I moved it, so hopefully you guys can see it. So there you go. So from this edge to this edge, you do not want it beyond 5 1/2. This is 4 inches this way, so you're within the height restriction that you need for a regular envelope for that. So then the last thing we need to do is put this on dimensionals and stick it to the front of our card. And so I'm going to put those on like so. And take those off. This is going to go over here. This is going to go over here off to the side a little bit. I don't want it lined up with that. Okay, and now we're just going to add on some of our embellishments. So let's do a little heart here. Let's do one of the medium hearts. Woo! Here. And then we can do one of our larger hearts. Where should we, we'll put him right there. There we go. There is card number 3. What do you guys think? Like them? I hope you like them. Okay, are you ready? This next card is a fun fold. It is a fun fold. It's a little stepped up from what I normally show, but it's not hard, okay? I'm going to walk you through this, so don't panic, okay? So our first piece is a piece of basic white that is 11 by 4 1/4, okay? And I stuck that in my scoring tool, my scoreboard. I scored at 2 1/4, 4 1/2, 7 3/4. Okay, 2 1/4, 4 1/2, 7 3/4. Okay, that's it. So that's our basic white. Let me tell you all the pieces before we do this. Okay, then I need a piece of basic white that was 3 by 4, and a piece of basic white that was 2 by 4. And I brought in another item from our regular catalog, and that is this embossing folder. And let me check real quick. I had the page open to it because I forget the name of it. It's called Dashing Designs Embossing Folder. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you run it through. So there's that. Then I needed a piece of Melon Mambo that is 1 1/2 by 4 for my banner that I went ahead and cut ahead of time. Then I needed a piece of gold foil that is 3/4 of an inch by 2. Again, run it through with one of those die cuts from the Stylish Shapes. Then I need a piece of gold foil that is 2 1/4 by 2 1/2, again with that one. And then I needed a piece of DSP that was 4 by 4 1/4, cut out like that. Let's see. Oh, and then I needed another piece of DSP 4 1/4 by 4, cut out with that one. So here's the back side. So see, I'm using both sides to this one. Okay, I have one of each. Okay, so there is that. And then I took 2 7-inch pieces of the gold thread, cut 2 pieces, held them together to tie my bow. Okay, alrighty, are you guys ready for the folding? Okay, so I know that this is going to be the back of my card, so this larger end, okay, my smaller scores are down at this end, and this is my larger score. So this is the 7 3/4 inch mark. I'm going to take that and line it up so that the sides line up and that the bottom edge lines up to that next score mark, okay? Can you see that score mark? See right here? So I made sure that lined up to there, okay? But this is the back side. So now we're going to flip it over. Okay, that one's down. So this next one is going to go this way. So now I want to make sure that my sides stay lined up. Again, use the bone folder to make a nice crisp fold. So this is what we have. That first score mark we did was a mountain fold. This second one we did is a valley fold. And now this last score mark, we're going to make it a mountain fold. So mountain, valley, mountain. Okay, so open this up. I want to make sure this lines up with the sides. Okay. So burnish both sides to make sure it goes nice. And so when you put it all back together, this is what you have. Okay, can you see that? I'm going to lay it on the side so you can see how it looks. If you need to take a screenshot, go ahead and take a screenshot. But it's mountain, valley, mountain. Okay? So now I'm going to take this, since this is the back side, this side is for this one that I went ahead and cut the 3 by 4 inch and embossed. Okay. So this is going to go on here like so. Okay. And so now the smaller one, this is the front of our card. So this one now, we are going to put adhesive on the back of this one. And this one is going to go on here, like so. And I'm checking the two pieces that are embossed to make sure they line up. Okay, so you want to keep everything nice and lined up, right? So now we have a starting of our decoration. Look at all the room you could have to write your message, right? So they can read your loving message there, and then they could still take this and stand it up and let everybody enjoy it. And so now what we're going to do is, okay, this is 4 1/4 this way. So we want to make sure we do not go beyond 5 1/2. So again, I'm using my grid here down in the corner. I can go up to 5 1/2 up here, but it's not going to go that high, I don't think. So the first thing I want to do is I am going to take this one and put that on there, but I'm going to use some dimensionals, and I am going to use the edging of my dimensionals. Don't throw this edge away. It's perfectly usable. It's just different shaped is all. It's all good. Nobody sees it to know what the shape of the dimensional is. So now this is going to get centered on here, like so. And then this, again, I just want to make sure, I'm sure, oh yeah, yep. So yes, so it will go up to 5 1/2 if you want it. I'm almost tempted to put another piece of cardstock behind this. You could, if you wanted to make it more sturdy. Okay, so now, because I want this here, I'm going to flip my heart over this way. Okay, I'm keeping it under the 5 1/2. I'm not going up to the 5 1/2. But why I flip that over is, now I know where the top of the card is, right? So now I'm going to take my adhesive and keep it below this top edge, okay? Does that make sense? This is top edge of my card, so I want my adhesive below that. So now when I flip it over and put this on, I know that my adhesive is low enough. See? Oops, gotta give it a minute. You have to give it a minute because of the embossing folder. Try this again. Boy, I feel like I'm all thumbs today. Okay, there we go. Let's just wait a minute, shall we? Okay, so I'm just giving this time to dry. All this extra texture from the embossing folder is taking that liquid adhesive a little bit longer to dry. If you're using a tape runner or the glue dots, you wouldn't have to wait. But I know that once that liquid glue grabs, it's there. Okay, so there is that. So now we have this heart, right? So now this one is going to go on here. And you know what? I'm actually, I was going to move that up, but I'm not going to. Oh, it shows enough, I think. I think it shows enough. It does more when it's laid out. So again, I'm going to take this and let's do, this time, do I have my tape runner here? Well, I have my Seal Plus. Let's see if I can get it to work correctly for me. Yep, it will. You have to go slow with this stuff on DSP because it really grabs and you don't want to tear your DSP. So there, we're using our adhesive. This is going to line up with that. And there we go. And now we have this that I went ahead and stamped ahead of time with Versamark ink, put embossing powder on it, and then heated it. And that is my greeting. But then we have this piece, right? So this piece, I actually want to cut in half. And so there we go. I'm going to take that, and now I am going to use my glue dots. I am going to put a glue dot on the top of my gold piece, and then this is going to go on here like so. And I need another glue dot for this one. This one is going to go over here like so. If you're enjoying these cards today and you would like to make them, again, if you do an online order at my store, give me 5 minutes after this live is over to load the host code for you. Remember, a $60 order, you would qualify for the card kit, a free embellishment of my choice from me, and you would get your celebration items. So, just saying. Okay, so now that's going to go on here. And all the cardstock pieces, like this special fold, it will come scored for you, so you can just go back, watch the video, and fold it the way that it needs to be folded, okay? And you can start and stop it as much as you'd like. And so now I'm going to take the backings off from here. And then this one is going to go on here, and I'm going to go up toward the top just a little bit to leave me room, again, for my last bow. And so I am going to put a glue dot on the back of my bow. My bow is going to go down here, like so. I need a little trim right there. And lastly are my embellishments to go on. And so I think we are going to do, let's see, I think I'm going to do one here. We'll do a medium one up here, and then I'm going to do a large one down here with that. There you go. There are the 4 cards for today. So there, see, this is what it looks like. Hopefully you can see on the camera. This is what it looks like this way when it's standing up. And when you look at it front on, you can see all 3 hearts perfectly, the whole shape. So I know it's a hard one to show on the camera, but it is absolutely stunning. Okay, so that one stands up. So that's card number 4, card 3, card 2, and card number 1. Let me know which one is your favorite. Again, go online, check out the online exclusives. There is so much to see. We have our catalogs, we have our annual catalog, we have our celebration that's going on right now, we have scrapbooking to look at, and we have our mini catalog to look at. So, go grab yourself a cup of coffee or one of your favorite beverages. Go online to my store, take a look. Give me 5 minutes here to download the host code. So if you would like to receive this kit, remember, you go online, place a $50 order, you get it free. $55, you get an embellishment of my choice with your card kit. And then a $60 order, you get all of that, and you get to pick out a celebration item. Thank you so much, everybody. You will have until midnight Thursday. I forgot to check the date for Thursday. It'll be posted online too, but midnight next week, Thursday, because Friday I will be back here live again for next week's, and we'll be on to a new house code and new products to share next Friday. So midnight Thursday next week to place your order to receive this card kit. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a great week, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next Friday. Bye, everybody.